Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Veronica. Thank you so much for clicking the link to watch this video. Without further ado, let's get started. I have about 5 minutes before Love blows her gasket, so if you hear some beeping in the background, sorry. The fire smoke detector battery just went dead, literally just started beeping, so I'll have to take care of that. Sorry if it annoys anyone, because it would annoy me. But anyways, officer promotions are very niche, very complicated, and so everything that I say in this video is Veronica's opinion and does not represent the DoD, DHA, ABCDFG. It's me who it represents and what my personal opinion is. I'm not going to be able to say everything also because it would take me like 2 hours to really go through how we promote and everything. So I'm going to give you an abbreviated version. Officer promotion for the purposes of this video. I'm only going to be talking about my core, the medical service core. The providers, if you're a doctor, dental, mental health, all the other ranks, it's going to be really hard for me because every single officer promotion career field has a different timeline and different expectations and different items that they want to see. Starting off, you're a butter bar. You come in as a second lieutenant October 1st, 2018. You have an automatic 2 years before you'll promote October 1st, 2020 to first lieutenant. To come in as a first lieutenant automatically and start a little bit above a butter bar, you have to have a master's degree. It does have to be accredited. There's a list that your recruiter would give you. If you don't fall in that category, then you're going to come in as a butter bar, or you can get constructive credit, which gives you like time and a half or like half a time, an accelerated path. But I came in with just a bachelor's, so I started from the lowest ranking of an officer, which is a second lieutenant. So October 1st, 2020, now I'm a first lieutenant. I'm doing everything. I'm still being an LT. I'm doing great. October 1st, 2022, I will automatically be a captain. There is a board for you to promote from first lieutenant to captain, but you don't have to submit anything. There's nothing, no action on your part as the member. It will just be a board that reviews your record and is like, yep, check, this person can go be a captain. From there, after you pin on captain, this is very important. You need to sign up for what's called Squadron Officer School. PME, Professional Military Education, is required at each level for you to promote. What those requirements are, you will know within your respective career fields. For MSCs, from captain to major, in order to make your majors board, you need to have SOS checked, whether it's in residence or online correspondence. After you're captain on October 1st, 2022, you will then at your 3rd year mark, 2025, be looked at for the promotion to major. You will get a, it used to be called an MEL. Now it's called something different. You will get a notification that, hey, you will be meeting this majors board. I'm coming, honey, hold on. You will be meeting this majors board and you are required to submit your performance recommendation form. At your 3rd year, as you go to be promoted for major, you'll be notified and you'll have to submit your PRF. What matters on your PRF is basically you summarizing why you should be promoted. Don't stress out too much because most of the time when you route it up, your leadership will change it and adjust it to make sure you are promotion eligible. On there, it used to be, like I said, old school format where they wanted to know every single strat you've earned throughout your career. That's no longer the case and no longer allowed. Basically to kind of dismantle people who shouldn't be getting promoted. Even though my line number is really good for major, I could be number 100 out of 100 and I'm still gonna have the joy and the same energy that I have right now. So I am a big proponent of like, don't do things for stratifications, don't do things just to like be a brown noser, don't be that guy or girl, and I still stand by that. However, let's call a spade a spade. You need a strat to promote good strats, right? And so to do that, it's doing good, putting your name out there, raising your hand more than saying no. A lot of people who are like, oh, I want to be very specific and I don't want to say no or yes to anything unless it's this. That may work out for you, but for most people, you need to say yes to things even though you don't want to do them. And then it turns out you end up having fun, networking, meeting new people. To summarize, From second lieutenant to first lieutenant is an automatic 2 years. From first lieutenant to captain is an automatic 2 years. You do have a board as a captain, but you are not required to submit anything. It's a record review that's conducted, and then you promote. From captain to major, it's approximately 4 years. Your third year is when you are becoming in the zone and you submit your PRF in between like your third and fourth year, if that makes sense. After you submit it, you'll be notified. The boards this year took forever. They were delayed. It does have to be signed by Congress and conferred by the Secretary of Defense or Air Force. Sorry. One of the very important people at the top, one of those sections, so it is a big deal. So after that, you, like I said, you look and you check when it's your month to promote, and then you promote, and that becomes your new year. So it is no longer October 1st of 2022. Now it's whatever day your line number says. I remember now why I didn't film this video. It is so specific, and there's so many questions and so many variables and so many instances. But to quickly summarize before I close out this video, you need a good record. A good record means doing great at your job. It means saying yes to things, and it means getting stratted. Do not chase strats. The strats will find you, and I believe me, they will align. But that means sometimes you gotta say yes to things that you don't wanna say yes to. The second point that I wanted to say is ask for feedback, ask for honest feedback, and hopefully leaders are not scared to give you that feedback. Let them tell you what you're weak in, what you need to improve in. They may recommend you like, hey, you need to start putting your name in the hat more, you need to do this more, you need to do that more. Ask for solid feedback and mentorship. It is okay. I love it when someone tells me, you know, this isn't great. It's like, it gives me a chance to like improve, or, hey, this is great, but I'd like to see you do it like this. And I know it hurts at first, or you're scared, just be blunt about it. And then if you're not stratted, ask for that feedback. Hey, I see I didn't get a strat this year, what the heck? And you know, they will tell you. Officer promotions are pretty much an open book test. They are subjective. It's subjective to whoever's on your board, which is mostly line side people. And also it's subjective because one person may say that's great, another person may say, okay, I would have liked to see more. So it's very subjective. However, if you know you do a great job, you know, and it's not about how late you stay around work or how many emails you send. You know that you do a good job at your job. You know that you're responsible. You know that you say yes to some things, most things, not all things, but you put your name out there, and you know that you give 110% and you ask for feedback, then you will be fine. It's anything outside of those, you will not be fine, you know. Getting significant paperwork like LOR Article 15s, DUIs, busting one of the zero tolerance policies. Those are how they get you, and then you will definitely be hightailed it out of here. Also, I wanted to mention, now that I'm leaving the CGO Corps, it's really sad and bittersweet because just some word of advice, being a CGO is so fun. It's the time where you get to take those weird jobs and kind of like do whatever you want to do. If you want to apply for this random schmo job, a lot of people will have an opinion and say, you know, this isn't really in your career field, what are you trying to do? And ultimately for MSCs, it does matter when you're doing more career field duties, they will like that more. But when you are a second lieutenant, a first lieutenant, and a captain, those are the three ranks where you can kind of like do what you gotta do. So let the stress, like I did not worry about any of this stuff at all. Now that I'm transitioning to an FGO and a major, and I'm in a place where there's a ton of majors around, I do feel a little teensy bit of stress to like, how am I going to stratify myself against people who are more senior majors? And there's a lot of them. So I'm not really worried about that, to be honest. I'm gonna try and do a little bit of my same thing, which is blooming where I'm planted. But my mindset does have to change, where I do have to be a little bit more strategic about things, and I can't just be like, whatever. I have to actually be intentional. And it's now I'm at the point where it's like, okay, what would I like my next step to be? Do I want to be a commander? Do I want to do an administrator role? Like, how can I position myself for this? If I take a fellowship, will it launch me into this? So those are the type of things that I do have to think about now, because I'm starting to hit not over the hill, because, you know, I'm only 8 years in, but I am starting to get there where when I pen on my major rank, it will start to be like, how does my first year as a major look in comparison to my peers? Worry about things that are out of your control, but worry about things that you can control. Anyways, love is doing way too much, so I gotta go, and I hope this makes sense. And yeah, that's how officers promote. Anyways, I hope this makes sense. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.